Lettuce Abound Farms grows 7 different varieties of lettuce along with basil. They produce inside using no natural sunlight and just 4% of the water typically needed. Katie Pinky traveled to central Minnesota to learn more about this unique operation.
This is a great way to grow food, and I think this is the farm of the future.
Kevin Nortonblad once was a corn and soybean farmer in Minnesota. Today, he's a lettuce farmer, farming 180 acres of vertical lettuce.
We are the only aeroponic organic facility, so we did the trial and error method, which is very painful and it takes a long time. You snap that into place, you put it in there, and you let it grow. We have 12 systems. The systems have 1,536 heads of lettuce on them. Right now, we're harvesting about 1.5 systems a week, roughly 2,000 heads of lettuce. We plan to get 12 to 15 heads of lettuce out of each slot. That's where the 180 acres of production is calculated.
Tell us how you fertilize your lettuce and how is it different?
The boom that's in there travels down and it sprays the roots on the side. And all of the watering happens inside of that system. We reuse everything that's not absorbed by the plant. Then about 12 hours before we harvest it, we take all of the nutrients away. We water with only water. We're the only company in the industry that does this. And by only using water, it will raise the sugar level in the leaves. Our lettuce will literally taste sweeter than anybody else's.
What is the greatest challenge for Lettuce Abound?
Marketing. being able to educate the public to let them know that this lettuce is better than the lettuce that comes out of California. That'll be 5 to 7 days old by the time it gets here. This will be 48 hours, and our lettuce will taste sweeter. They will pay a little bit more, but the nutrition they get from this is off the charts better than what you grow outside, because we can control the nutrition with nutrients and with light.
So you decided to become USDA certified organic. Why?
Mainly because we were literally an organic plant to start with. We did not have to make a lot of changes. We don't have weed control. We don't have bugs. We're sealed off from the environment. So that part of it was pretty easy. The hardest part was getting the nutrient solution dialed in.
You've said vertical farming is the farmer of the future. Tell us why you think that.
It's something that can be taken anywhere that it wants to go to. Instead of, I don't have any land here, I can't farm. Well, you can build a building.
They've been harvesting lettuce for just over a year now. It's sold in several regional supermarket chains.
Pounds of greens every year. This is to scale.
This is what we mean by scale.
This 70,000 square foot facility housed in a former Newark steel plant.
This is 36 feet high.
Is CEO David Rosenberg's green machine. It produces 130 times more produce than the average field farm of the same size in America per year. But to fully understand this large-scale operation, you've got to go back to its roots, where it all began 7 years ago inside Phillips Academy Charter School.
Let me finish it off.
Aero Farm's prototype was planted in the school's cafeteria as a teaching tool for students to learn the basics of biology, chemistry, and nutrition. Essentially, these kids grow the greens for their school salad bar.
I think growing food every day and seeing it, I understand and have a better taste for it and a better understanding for it.
You appreciate it more.
I appreciate it a lot more.
The technology is called aeroponics, which grows the plants on this reusable fabric. Proprietary information.
Those are called trade secrets.
Yes, I know.
But as Savannah Love explained it to us, this process needs no soil, no sunlight, and uses less water than conventional farming.
We're misting it from underneath, so the water comes up through the sheet and it hits like the seedlings.
Hits them with a nutrient-rich solution that allows the plant to take root. These LED lights substitute for the sun.
This was probably seeded about 3 days ago.
Rosenberg says vertical farming offers higher yields with less land, less time, and no pesticides. They can farm indoors in any city, anywhere around the world.
From seed to harvest in 16 days, what otherwise takes 30 days in the field. And then we're able to do that 22 times a year versus in the field 3 times a year because of seasonality.
Still, not everyone is sold.
Early adopting is not necessarily bad.
Cornell University researcher Cale Harbick says his studies found indoor farms that rely solely on artificial light are not energy efficient or sustainable.
Just because it's possible to grow inside a warehouse doesn't mean it's a good idea, doesn't mean it's cost effective. If you do the math, the energy costs just aren't what they should be.
Harbick warns these companies struggle once their seed money runs dry. Case in point, one Chicago-based company recently shut down its growing operations.
These are our growing towers.
Rosenberg says AeroFarm's LEDs that run 24/7 have been tweaked to save energy. He didn't share just how much. Investors believe in it. AeroFarms has raised over $50 million from the likes of Goldman Sachs and Prudential and received more than $9 million in state and local grants. Why would someone want to buy from you as opposed to a field farmer or a greenhouse farmer?
Here, we're growing in the local community. That's the supply chain difference. But it turns out that